pillow talk, we are always being judged by what we wear and how we present ourselves, especially in the workplace. And 60% of employees make assumptions about their coworkers simply based on their appearance. So who knows what our clients or customers are thinking? At the end of the day, our clothing communicates a message. So why not use that to your advantage and send the right message to win that sale or that promotion? Bottom line, you'll be more respected by your boss, colleagues, and customers.
Hello, my name is Ryan Stevens. I am here to talk to you about why companies should still enforce dress codes. Now picture this. You go to a job interview and the interviewer is wearing pajamas, they're wearing a tank top and some sort of goofy hat. You probably won't take that person seriously. That company may not have strict dress codes and they do not look professional. It might make you not want to work there based off what they are wearing. What I'll be going over today is why companies should still enforce dress codes for professional image, productivity in workplace, safety reasons, and then I'll also be addressing the opposite view. So let's talk about professional image. When you are at work, you are representing your company. You are representing your company's brand. And so if you're wearing baggy clothes, if you're wearing fancy boots and purple jeans, it might not represent the company as it should. If you're an accountant and you're meeting with a client and you're just dressing up as a clown, the client is not going to take you seriously. There's a time and a place to dress for everything. There's always a time and a place. Dressing up how you like to dress up after work might not be how you should dress up during work. Another reason is productivity in workplace. I'm sure we've all had a job where another employee is wearing something distracting. Something that you're like, why is this person wearing this at work? And it might be revealing, it might be offensive, it might be like oppressive, it might just be like something that you don't agree with. This can cause distractions during work, and that affects productivity. So this is why companies should have some sort of rule to enforce dress code. It doesn't need to be strict, it doesn't need to be over the top, but it should still be there. Because productivity is what the company is for. It's not for to wear what you want or anything. It's to be productive and have a good workplace. And then my third reasoning is safety. There are many jobs that require safety dress codes. Take construction, for example. Wearing a construction hat, wearing a bright green vest, that's not something you'd want to wear outside of work. It's not something that's fashionable, but yet it's there to help save your life. Wearing a hard helmet, the bright green vest in construction, it's there for a reason. And let's say I got hired on as a construction worker and I show up in a suit and tie. That is not a good way to dress for construction. Like I said earlier, there's a time and a place to wear everything. Not wearing a hard helmet and wearing a suit and tie as working on an excavator, that is not the right place to wear it. some people may argue like it's not that like you should be able to express yourself, which I'll get to in a minute about the opposition view. But some dress codes are there to save lives, like the hard helmet and bright green vest. And it's meant to prevent injuries. Another example would be like a doctor. They wear certain gloves that like are antibacterial, scrubs that are covering their whole body, like when performing a surgery. And if they're just wearing jeans and a t-shirt, it's gonna cause issues, like when they're doing a surgery, when they're performing on an open wound on a leg, and they're just wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Like, hospitals need to still have dress codes, and many other workplaces as well. So let's go over the opposition view. I think it's always good when you're arguing for something, it's always good to address the opposite view. Some of the opposite view may see dress codes that can lower morale. When you're being controlled, when you're being told what to wear, it can lower morale. I will agree with that. Another thing is you're not able to express yourself. You're not able to have style. And I also agree with that. Some jobs, let's say let's use the hospital example of scrubs. I'm not wearing what I want to wear, but yet the hospital is forcing me to wear scrubs, and that might not be something I want to wear. That can make employees feel controlled, which in a workplace, it can lower productivity as well. My rebuttal to this is that when you're at your job, you're there to be professional, you're not there to be personal. What I mean by this is when we're at a job, we are there to work, we're there to be productive, help the company. We're not there to express ourselves. As enforcing as that may seem, it's the truth. You're there for a job, you're there to earn money. If you're there to express yourself and wear what you want, that's what a fashion show is for. Like if you're at a bank, you're typically wearing a polo, you're maybe a white shirt, some slacks. You're not wearing a Seahawks jersey with some shorts. Like, there's always a time and a place. And when you're at your company, the company always comes first. The company's needs, which are productivity, workplace, and safety. Those three come first before wearing whatever you want. So this is why wearing certain clothes for certain jobs should still be required. And I'd like to thank you for listening to me and why I believe companies should still enforce a dress code. Now, how can we take this into action? Next time you have an interview, I have an image on right here. This might be something you may want to wear, but I hope after today you can realize that the image on here should probably be what the work is wanting you to wear, the company. And so I hope you take this into action and think twice about what you wear before you go into a job. And thank you.